Have you heard the notion that we're the same thing? That we're God, dreaming of itself, having an experience with itself? When I first heard that, first I thought about religion, and I thought, well, how does that even make sense, if that's the case? And then I was kind of battling with it up until I had my first out-of-body experience. I actually met the very thing that we come from. I essentially left the dream and entered into another plane of the dream where everything was lucid and I could interact with the thing, the universal mind that's dreaming up reality, the thing that's behind your eyes and behind my eyes. Let me tell you, they've been the same since then, and every time I have a thought, it seems that my thinking generally brings about a certain change in my life. They call this manifestation, and so many people have so many different techniques to bring about these certain, counterparts of themselves into their life. Well, the reason why I say all of this is because after so many different insights, different journeys that brought me to this same conclusion, psychedelics also played a part in all of this. After the astral projection bout, I ended up taking various psychedelics and ending up at the same location, noticing the same truth about reality. After all of that, I thought to myself, what about Christianity? Can I do something to, in that way of things, find God? Right? No, I'm the type of person that is very open-minded. I'm open-minded enough to read other people's religions, and I'm open-minded enough to put aside everything that I already know, including my hard factual experience, just to pursue another route. I find that when I do this, I come back stronger with more knowledge and more, the term is wherewithal, with all of this. You know what I mean? And upon going this route, I end up communing with God, and I found out something quite interesting. And I think everyone watching this video is going to benefit from this. Matter of fact, if you're watching this video, I can tell you for certain that God put this in front of you so that you can do this same exercise. I am not joking. I'm getting freezing cold right now. That happens when the Holy Spirit channels through me. It's aware of everything because it's our subconscious mind. It's the same thing. It's the omnipresence within the dream. I found that out because I spoke to God. I found God through this way of Christianity. Now, I didn't go to church. Believe me, it still felt very much psychedelic-esque because God, the universal mind, showed up inside of my dreams. Inside of my dreams, telling me about so many different facets of spirituality. You know what I realized? I realized that by looking for God in Christianity, by praying every night, I separated myself from the universal dream, and I gave it the chance to show up in my life. Now, this is really important. I'll tell you why. This is the crux of this message. This is what you need to hear, okay? There are blockages within us that prevent us from being the dream itself. We have stories, we have the belief about quantum physics and reality. We tend to think ourselves into this dream simply because of our beliefs, our structured beliefs keep us here. When you try to manifest things, and you will do it, you do it mostly every day. Your thoughts will have this impact on reality where it will listen to you and bring things into your life. But when you try to do that from an awareness standpoint, your character is going to be holding you back. The stories. When you say to yourself, I want to manifest a house, a specific level of income, a certain person, in the moment you know you can do it. But as soon as you open your eyes out of the meditation, you instantly assimilate back into a dream. The signal gets weaker. The chances of that showing up into your life, well, get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So how do you change it? This is the crux of the message. You keep the thing that's manifesting within your life separate from you. No matter how that sounds, you might feel like, I don't want to do that. Don't worry about it. You'll still have this connection to it. You'll still have this bond, this relationship. But keep it separate enough so that you can speak to it, taking the responsibility off of you. Why? Because then Those beliefs that ground you into reality, they don't get in the way anymore. You jump over them, and now the belief systems are, I get to speak to God, and God gets to listen and help me out because he loves me. Do you love you? Stands to reason that because it's an extension of you, it loves you. Do you want to take care of yourself? Do you wish you did better with your life? Do you wish you took care of yourself better? You think he's going to think any differently? It's you. Everything that you want for yourself, I kid you not, and be open to this, really listen to what I'm saying here, it's in the Bible. There are 3 books called Wisdom Teachings. You'll find that they're strikingly similar to what every individual on the face of the earth wants. Perfect relationships, whether it be with their partners and or family and or friends. It'll also tell you how to go about getting those. Dietary advice, it tells you what to eat, what not to eat. It also has a section in the book that tells you what's going to happen in the future, why you should eat this way, why you should be this way, what's to come. It's preparing you and your character. If you don't want to go near the Bible, I understand. Okay, we've been conditioned to run away from the Bible. There are forces at play that did that on purpose. They want you to get away from what's going to help you in life. But the universal mind, God, come on, you really think it's going to work? It's going to find a way to give you what you need. One day you're going to be sat there, you're going to crave appreciation, you're going to crave recognition. It's not by mistake, it's by design. And if you can't find it in the Bible, the universal mind will give it to you by way of a self-help book, by way of a sentence that you hear coming from your friend's mouth. It's going to find a way. Believe me, you have to stay open-minded. I'm not saying you have to get rid of your power. I'm saying there are better ways, easier ways to get over the beliefs that stop you from connecting to the creator of the dream. In this modern day and age, I can't say what I'm saying without being persecuted. I can't say what I'm saying without the person on the other end of the screen labeling me as either a Christian or a New Age-er, right? A hippie. But as you're looking at me, I want you to understand you're looking at neither of those things. You're looking at something that has divine truth, that has been sent here, or at least sat here in this moment, to relay this message to you. Because nothing else has gotten through to you. Either by way of your thinking, maybe you looked away from the messages that came your way. Perhaps you judged others that had the right piece of information for you. You did. I know you did. I can feel it. He's showing me. You can have this same level of communication with the universal mind. It knows your struggles. It knows when you feel disconnected, lost from yourself, a deeper part of yourself. It knows when you're sat there and you feel like you can get up and you can aspire to be greater because, well, you've already been greater. That feeling exists within you. As you're sitting there and you're thinking about who you want to be, who you want to become, those feelings just simply have to live in your body long enough for you to act on them. And boom, how you feel on the inside is how you are on the outside. It knows everything about you. And this isn't by mistake. Are you going to listen this time? Or are you going to let ego get in the way? What are you going to do?